with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They check second to 10.
Hey.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the J's. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. Record. 54 Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, check.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Sherrills to return it. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
52's the Mike. All day, dog. No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Back to throw. It's caught by Treadwell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check 15, check 15.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A very solid gain of 27. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it second and goal.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Second and 10. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get in the right room. Get in the right room.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He'll drop the throw. Buying time to his left. Gets it off to Freeman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Here we go. Check. Let's go. Come on.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 61 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
They'll set up to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the box.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Mike 54. Mike 50.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
52 is the mic right here, over.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but then ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Two times.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Watch Mike. Hey, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
A 37-yard attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And that'll set them back 5.
Come on now, let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Watch the twist.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
2nd and 15. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina, and the Rams have scored to move in front. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you're worried about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
That'll be complete to Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Watch him, watch him.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 28. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the fourth round back in 2010. What a steal.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, check 20.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the slant.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
On second down, Peterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
52 is the mark, boy. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 52.
On play action, they'll throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
4th down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Vikings, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this